Naughty and Nice is a pretty decent film. I didn't completely love it because I didn't love one of the characters, but the narrative's not too bad. This was released in 2014. It's directed by Sam Irvin. It's written by John Wyrick, and we have a cast including Haley Duff, Tilke Jones, Eric Peterson. Really good cast, great performances, decent enough narrative, but I don't love the character of Pepper Sterling. I didn't hate him. It wasn't enough to affect my overall enjoyment of the film, but if I'd liked him a bit more, might have been a slightly better experience. Pepper is a radio host who is a little problematic, and he is sent to Colorado, where he has to be the co-host of Sandra. And they have very different approaches, and they don't get along very well to begin with. Sandra is hosting a talk show, and people phone in with their problems, and she provides advice, and I love that as a concept. We obviously get a lot of people phoning in with different queries, and I think that that worked very well. But co-hosting this has some very mixed results with very different opinions, and obviously as the film progresses, Sandra and Pepper work more and more together. They begin to open up to each other's ideas, but not without problems along the way. And of course, we have a potential romantic aspect as well. And I'll say no more than that about the specifics. The narrative is fine. There's nothing about it that doesn't work. It works from start to finish. The pacing is really good. There are a lot of small obstacles along the way to keep things interesting. The performances are really strong as well. And Sandra is definitely a really likable character, but I couldn't get on board with Pepper. That's not to say he doesn't have any character development, and I guess he does become a little more likable, but I still never really loved him. So that meant one half of the protagonist just never really appealed to me. So I'm kind of on the fence with how I feel about this one. The narrative is fine, the character writing is fine. I just can't get on board with Pepper very much. The festive aspect works very well. We have gorgeous decorations and some Christmas music and children putting on a pageant or a Christmas show at one point, and it's very sweet. The Christmas aspect, I thought, worked really well. Do I recommend it? Sure, I guess. It's not so frustrating with the character of Pepper that it becomes an annoying watch. I still found it to be quite a pleasant experience, but from start to finish, I didn't really care for him. Also, the radio aspect does really appeal to me, slightly biased, as I do have radio qualifications, but that part of it always makes me quite interested. There are several other films, not necessarily completely like this, but romantic films set in radio stations or about radio hosts, so that part of it's always going to appeal to me. It works well. It's not a bad film. The story is good, the pacing is good, the characters are well written, but that doesn't mean I like Pepper. Strong performances, decent amount of Christmas. Naughty and Nice may not be my favourite film, but I think I still enjoyed it, and I guess I'm happy to recommend it.